and a piece of every other person, you start to understand why it's so important to have a deeper awareness or understanding, considering who your children are in a much more inclusive way, so that you can create an environment that is inclusive for them. So reflecting on this piece, reflecting on identity, think about which aspects of identity are most visible in your classroom. You can close your eyes for a minute and just see your learners in front of you. And if you teach 5, 6 different periods a day, think about across the day, who's in front of you in each class. And I think just hit me sort of a personal, as I do that, and I could close my eyes and think back to the first, my first teaching assignment of 7th grade science, right, to multiple different years and the kids that I had in high school and then in teaching self-contained 6th grade classroom. In those, in the comprehensive high school or even middle school where I had multiple periods a day, what my classroom looked like, if I just looked at the faces of the kids, varied from period to period, sometimes very dramatically, based on sometimes what drove the rest of their schedule, but sometimes whether or not it was a more accelerated group. So think about that. But we want to get below the surface, right? So first, what's most visible? But then I want you to think about those things that are less visible, but equally important. And think across this entire spectrum, everything from race to political affiliation. What can you see? What can't you see, but is equally important? It's a good reflection. Come back to that later on. I will make sure that that's down in the notes for this session for you, so you don't have to go all the way back through the presentation. So we want to recognize the different races, languages, and abilities, and understand that when we recognize that, right, we know what that is, then we can begin to create a more inclusive environment.